exactly. When I was at WSU, I was with Coug Vision, which we were the students on campus who would help with videotaping and at the football games, at the basketball games. So I got to be down on the sidelines sometimes, shoulder cam with the football players on the sidelines.
Play-by-play, Riley?
Maybe. I don't know about announcing, but it was a lot of fun to do that sort of thing. And I was a runner for Fox Sports one time. I was the only gal there, but it's a world that is getting expanded.
There you go. Perfect.
Well, let's take a look at the Skycam.
That's right. That's our Skycam right now. It's 38 degrees. Scattered showers on and off. They're going to start to dry up here in just a little bit. I'll have a look at what to expect for the rest of the day coming up.
Plus, a new bill set to be discussed in the next session of the Washington State Legislature would make it easier for the suspected bodies of missing people to be identified. And the price of water rights are up in the city of Pasco. The Public Works Director breaks down what water rights are and how it will impact the community, specifically future development in the city. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Stacy Lee, and we can continue to say Happy New Year.
Exactly.
For how long?
How long do we get to say Happy New Year?
I think for the rest of this week.
Okay, I'm going to agree with you.
All right, let's take a peek outside. We've been seeing lots of rain, and man, there was a lot of puddles when I got to work this morning. So we had some pretty heavy rain overnight, at least in the Columbia Basin, but we're seeing active weather all through the area. We'll start to see those showers dry up, but for now, it continues to rain through most of the area. So grab that umbrella. You're going to need it at least for the first part of the day. Things will start to clear up a little bit later. We're even seeing some snow on the east slopes of the Cascades just outside of Yakima. So that Manistash Ridge area, probably seeing some snowflakes. If you're going to be driving that way, you'll want to check that road real closely. We're also seeing some dense fog building up. Here's the weather pattern for the next couple of days. That's today's system. Here's tomorrow. We got another system moving across the area. We could see some lower snow in the lower elevations, particularly up towards the Spokane area. That guy moves out, the next one moves in, and we have more coming our way for the weekend. So very active weather for the next several days. 38 degrees on our Legends Casino Skycam. Our feels like temp is 33, so grab a coat. I'll get to more coming up with your First Alert full weather forecast. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. When a missing person's suspected body is found, authorities can compare dental records to see if there's a match. And Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell spoke to Representative Gina Mossbrucker about a pre-filed bill that would help streamline this process.
Mossbrucker told me that this bill came out of a conversation that she had with a woman who had been searching for her missing daughter for years, only for authorities to discover through dental records that her daughter's body had actually been found 3 years prior.
And she said, why am I putting up posters when someone could have told me if we matched dental records 3 years ago? I mean, people need closure.
The problem is in the process investigative agencies have to go through to get those records, including locating them in the first place and getting permission to access them.
Especially if you don't have a family member, and sometimes the family members, they don't remember which dentist they went to.
And in missing persons cases, time matters.
Every single second matters. And so when you have these unnecessary delays in a life or death situation, that's what this is trying to fix.
House Bill 2009 would create a simple form people could fill out when they go to see the dentist.
Your dentist can say, hey, in the event that you're missing, would you be willing to turn your dental records in to Washington State Patrol to identify your body?
The dentists would then send WSP the names of people who have filled out the form. So in the event authorities need a missing person's dental records to compare to those of a deceased person, they can check that list first.
We get the part that we need to identify your body potentially, and we say, yes, it's her, or no, it's not. It takes out a step for closure for the family, and it eliminates the fact that, no, that's not you, and keep looking immediately. Put more posters up, do everything you can to find you.
And help authorities move faster.
This would be leaps and bounds, especially for identifying any kind of remains that we get.
The coroner says it's even harder to get a hold of those dental records if the person is from out of state. So he says hopefully if the bill passes, it'll encourage other states to follow suit. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
The 2024 Washington State Legislative Session begins January 8th, and one bill set to be discussed would make it a crime to smoke fentanyl around other people. But Apple Valley News Now spoke to the bill's sponsor, and he says he's just not sure. Any lawmaker can propose a bill in the state legislature. Those bills go to committee, and then this committee leadership decides which bills are important enough to hold hearings where they get feedback from stakeholders and then usually begin voting. Representative Lowe says some proposals designed to tighten up drug laws in Washington aren't getting to those hearings. He's hoping that this bill will convince lawmakers on both sides of the aisle to at least consider it.
It's time that we get proactive and get people the help that they need that are struggling with these drugs, struggling with this addiction, and we need to protect society at the same time. From my perspective, we have the right not to have to breathe in those harmful chemicals that they're doing to destroy their body. And so my encouragement to my colleagues across the aisle is there's no harm in having a discussion in Olympia on this, and I look forward to having that discussion.
The bill has been pre-filed, and once the legislature convenes, we'll start to see those the new proposals sent off to committees. Back in November, the city of Pasco adopted resolutions to raise the cost of water rights in the city to provide enough water to future developments in the city. The increased water rights acquisition fee changed from the cost from about $1,700 to more than $4,100 per acre foot. I talked with Pasco's Public Works Director, Steve Worley, to learn about how these changes to water rights is impacting both residents and developers in the city of Pasco. The city of Pasco has the right to use 19,000 acre-feet of water annually from the Columbia River. Now, an acre-foot is enough water to cover an acre of land a foot deep.
There's water available in surface water bodies and in the ground. And all of those waters technically are owned and managed by the state of Washington or by the federal government.
According to the city of Pasco, to sustain growth and ensure everyone has access to water, the city is updating its water rights management. This comes with a 140% increase in the water rights fee since 2014. And that's a steep increase, but they're doing it for a few reasons. One, that's what the city says is market value. The other is that the city found out some people are selling their water rights for more than they're buying them for, that market value rate.
Some people are removing the water rights from those developing properties and looking to sell them at a much higher price.
Steve Worley says the city is asking developers to transfer the amount of water rights necessary for the development, and while the city wants the remaining water rights, the developers are not required to sell. It's important to note that this does not affect residents. These changes don't mean residential water bills are going to go up with the cost of water rights, but it does have an effect on future land developers coming to Pasco.
All of the area that you see farm circles in right now, all of that is available for development. And each one of those circles represents about 160 acres. So that's a lot of houses. And then we have all the area in the Broadmoor development that is thousands of homes being prepared.
I asked Worley if he thinks increasing the water rights fee will impact future developers for choosing Pasco versus another location.
I don't know, and I hope not. We have talked to other developers and some of the larger ones, and they understand the need to have the water rights to be able to serve those developments.
What Worley says is that right now the city is doing this to ensure all developers get a fair share of water resources. Worley says the bottom line, if people have water rights, to transfer them to the city, and if there's any extra, the city would like to buy them. You can learn more about water rights at applevalleynewsnow.com later today, and if you want to get involved, you can submit comments by the 6th of this month ahead of the next Pasco City Council meeting on the 8th. And later today, you can find the link for public comment on our website. The new CEO and president of the Greater Yakima Chamber of Commerce has big goals for the organization's future. In addition to decades of experience in the banking industry, Christy Foster has served on the boards of the Chamber, the Downtown Association of Yakima, International Footprinter, and the Yakima Canine Foundation Board. Foster has also served as Director of Leadership Yakima, along with various volunteer activities all throughout Yakima. Foster said moving forward, she wants the Chamber to do more events, work toward the creation of a port district, and be more involved in community discussions, such as the ongoing issues with parking in downtown Yakima. But her big push will be for more collaboration with other nonprofits.
With those collaborations and knowing who our audience is and what the needs of our business community are, I think that is how we are going to learn what they need and from there know how to tackle that.
Foster will officially take on her new role Monday and says she's planning to hit the ground running on those changes. Stacey Lee returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
And we're seeing some scattered showers and patchy dense fog in some areas. We'll dry out a little bit later today. I'll give you all the details coming up in my first alert weather forecast.
Plus, we have new details this morning of how hundreds of passengers escaped a fiery plane collision in Tokyo.
The New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row has been extended, so you can still save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus 6 years, no interest. Say goodbye to tired old designs. And hello to killer new looks. But hurry, the extended New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Let's get scratching. Let's get scratching.
Let's go! Put your hands together for the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters. This isn't just basketball, people. This is where what just happened happens all the time. Don't miss the Harlem Globetrotters 2024 World Tour playing Toyota Center January 21st and Yakima Valley Sundome January 22nd. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com/WA for tickets.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
The back end was in the back seat. There was nothing left of the rear.
Danny was in pain, and the insurance company was giving him the runaround.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company that I didn't have. I felt very comforted. I felt like I was going to be taken care of, that I didn't have to worry about it.
The insurance company couldn't run around me, and Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
How long do I have to wait?
But what are you waiting for? Let's go. Interns are in trouble.
Which one of you am I firing?
I am truly stunned that you still work here. I love you, and I'm gonna love you forever.
Your vodka tonic, sir. We need to talk about what happened.
Dr. Altman is in critical condition.
Are you ready for this? The New Year's Super Sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or check out the Summit for only $299.99. Plus 6 years no interest financing and free shipping. Happy New Year from Denver Mattress.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Welcome back. We continue with the investigation into that airport disaster in Japan, a plane bursting into flames after crashing into a smaller plane that was on the same runway. Experts are describing everything that went wrong and went right. Here's ABC's Lionel Moise.
This morning, new details on how hundreds of passengers escaped this fiery plane collision in Tokyo. A Japan Airlines plane erupting in flames after landing and crashing into a Japanese Coast Guard plane on the same runway. Jacques and Mayu say they saw the explosion from the terminal and showed these photos of after the fire. The tail of the Japan Airlines plane smashing to the ground in the aftermath.
Over the past couple of years, we've had numerous instances where airplanes came very close to hitting each other when they moved out on a runway when they weren't supposed to.
Flames trailing the Airbus with 379 people on board. Passengers racing to emergency slides, everyone escaping before the plane was engulfed. Experts say this type of plane is made of special material that stops fire from spreading rapidly.
It was very fortunate that the collision did not rupture the fuel tanks on the JAL aircraft, and so the fire that you saw was fairly well contained well after the airplane came to a stop. That gave the passengers enough time to get off and get away from the airplane before the fire consumed the rest of the hull.
U.S. authorities have warned of an increasing number of close calls at American airports, a shortage of air traffic controllers blamed as one factor in the growing list of near misses.
In the U.S., there's been a lot of attention paid to these close calls and these runway incursions, Congress having hearings, but it takes money and it takes technology, flashing lights, ground radar. There are technological fixes. They just aren't being put in place fast enough.
Experts are praising the quick evacuation of the Japan Airlines plane, with passengers following instructions, leaving their personal items behind. Planes are required to prove they can be evacuated within 90 seconds for emergencies like this, but that's not always the case.
5 of the 6 crew members on that Coast Guard plane died. They had been delivering aid for earthquake survivors. The investigation will focus in part on communication from the airport control tower to find out why that smaller plane was on the same runway. Coming up, keeping your New Year's resolution going all through the year can be hard, but as it turns out, getting an assist from a furry friend could be the boost you need to stay consistent. And Stacey Lee will return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with a stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen and action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man, it's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
New and current customers can get the iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. Get the gift of connection at US Cellular.
You need a fan, but they're bulky, awkward, and never put the breeze exactly where you want it. Introducing my Fold-Away Fan from Bell & Howell, the compact cordless fan that unfolds into your own personal wind machine and extends to nearly 4 feet high. Its lightweight, portable design makes it easier than ever to have a targeted breeze anywhere. Plus, this whisper-quiet fan has 3 separate speeds, making personalizing your comfort a breeze. My Fold-Away Fan's rechargeable lithium battery lasts up to 10 hours, and it has enough power to blast a breeze to the other side of this room. Its unique telescoping stand allows you to place it on the floor, so the breeze will reach anywhere with ease. Then the whole thing folds away for easy storage. Get my Fold-Away Fan from Bell & Howell for just 2 payments of $19.99. It comes with the USB cable to make charging fast and easy. My Fold-Away Fan. Call or click now.
Call 1-800-349-4196. That's 1-800-349-4196 or go to myfoldawayfan.com.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
Saturday, Week 18 of the NFL season begins on Apple Valley News Now. At 1:30, the Steelers battle the Ravens. Then at 5, it's the Texans and the Colts. It all starts at noon with a special edition of NFL Countdown, Saturday on Apple Valley News Now.
Next live, Tom Holland and Vanessa Williams. And Monday, healthy tips to start your new year as Strive for More in 24 kicks off.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's take a look at our Skywatch radar. Lots of active rain showers through the area, some mixed precip and even some snow on the east slopes of the Cascades. So it's been an active morning weather-wise. We'll continue to see these showers probably till about midday, and then things will start to dry up through the area. Right now, 38 degrees on our Dust Devil Giza Stadium sky cam. Our winds are light at 6. Our feels like temp 33, so grab a coat and an umbrella this morning as you head out the door. We're also seeing reduced visibility in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Some fog and low clouds developing there. Looking good so far this morning in the Tri-Cities. Hermiston reduced, and we were pretty socked in fog there in Pendleton, especially between Pendleton and Walla Walla, Milton, Freewater in between. So again, be safe on those back roads out that way. Radar and satellite, lots of active weather. As you can see, we're zooming in. Here's today's system moving through the area. It's going to start pushing on out as this next front moves in our area. Here's what's coming up tomorrow. More rain showers on the west side of the state. Look at the band of snow all the way down that Cascade Range right into Oregon, even into Northern California. So very active weather pattern for our Thursday, and then we're not done. As soon as that one passes through, we have another one, and way out there, another one right behind that. So lots of snow coming our way to the Cascade Mountains. Finally going to get some snow for those ski resorts that have been kind of, they're open, but they're waning. Let's look at the snow developing through the foothills of the Blues today. That should get on out of the area. Still could see a stray shower in Walla Walla. A little bit of snow on and off through the Cascades. This is tonight. We'll see another round right around Mount Rainier area. It gets a little more intense as we get into Thursday morning. Look at that widespread snow just outside of Ellensburg. I-90 will be impacted. That's the Snoqualmie Pass. White Pass impacted, as well as Stevens. We'll see those showers moving through our region and some mixed precip throughout the day Thursday. That one's not the big one. The big guy's still on the way, and that's not going to happen until Friday, Saturday, and even into Sunday is when we're going to see more continuous snow showers across the Cascades and the Blues. Planning your day today, look for those showers lingering around through the mid-morning, starting to clear up later in the day. Temperatures in the mid-30s. Grab your coats, a little chilly. We'll start to see a little bit of a warm up in Tri-Cities by 9, and those showers still possible, hit or miss throughout the morning. In Walla Walla, it's going to be raining on and off through at least 9 a.m. Probably going to see those showers hang out a little bit longer along the foothills of the Blues. Today, our temperatures will be on the warm side. We still are running above average along the foothills of the Blues, through the Columbia Basin, and in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Very nice out there. Tonight, look at those temperatures, mostly cloudy, patchy fog once again developing. We're kind of in between those systems, and then some scattered showers coming our way. Here's your 7-day planning forecast. Very active weather. Thursdays are a little bit of a break, overcast. Probably going to see some fog, definitely seeing some fog developing in the Yakima Valley tonight into tomorrow. Look at those showers, though, all the way through the weekend, and even some rain mix with snow possible Monday and Tuesday for Yakima and Tri-Cities. Here's what it looks like in Walla Walla and Hermiston. Active rain with mixed precip coming our way next week. So very active weather. Get ready. The mountains are getting a lot of snow, and we're going to be very wet here for the next several days. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. If your New Year's resolution includes exercising more, eating healthier, or improving your mental health, you may be able to find motivation to stick with your goals from a four-legged friend. Mandy Gaither has more on how pets can help you keep healthy resolutions.
It's 2024, and if you're looking to make a healthy change in the new year, a furry friend may be just what you need.
There's a variety of ways that pets can play a role in helping people through the holidays, throughout the year.
Stephanie Filer with Shelter Animals Count says pets can keep you motivated to move, whether it's taking a dog or cat on a walk outside or playing in the backyard. Staying active can benefit you both. Filer says animals can also boost mental health and allow for social connection, not only to your pet, but others you may meet when you're out.
You can connect with dog owners, you can connect with your neighbors more, and it just really helps reduce isolation, especially for seniors or people that are homebound.
If your resolution is to eat healthier, there are many foods which are good for you and your pet. Just research which fruits, veggies, and proteins are safe.
It can be everything from carrots and green beans and apples, and then, fish and chicken, and even for cats, they enjoy small amounts of salmon and eggs and chicken and turkey and cheese and all kinds of things.
Finally, Filer says saving an animal can help you feel good in the new year.
Whether it's adoption or fostering on a temporary basis, bringing an animal in that is in need of a good home is something that can absolutely give you a sense of pride and increase your mental health as well.
I'm Mandy Gaither.
The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says studies have shown there are several health benefits to having a pet, including decreased blood pressure, lower cholesterol, and triglyceride levels. And they can help with feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, the process of obtaining federal aid for higher education has changed considerably. We'll get into the details when we come back.
Collective Soul, the 30th anniversary celebration, live in concert. January 18th, Legends Casino Hotel, Toppenish. An evening with Collective Soul. Buy tickets now at Ticketmaster and the Legends Casino gift shop. Come celebrate 30 years with Collective Soul. January 18th at Legends Casino Hotel, Toppenish.
That's right. Save now at Buy Mart with our latest savings book and store-wide stock reduction sale. Watch for it in your mailbox or pick up a copy in store. Save more to start the new year at Buy Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
At Mattress Depot USA, we believe everyone is entitled to a good night's sleep regardless of their credit situation. That's why we're approving everyone for up to $1,200 towards the purchase of a new mattress with no credit needed. You spend a third of your life in bed, and a comfortable mattress is essential for providing quality of life. $3,000 credit, 100-day same as cash with no credit needed. Only at Mattress Depot USA.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Is your closet cramped and cluttered? Well, now there's Space Triangles, the clever new hanging device that fits over any hanger to save you closet space in seconds. And now may be your last chance to get them for a low price. Now you can vertically hang multiple items, guaranteeing that you'll have up to 70% more space in your closet. Your closet can go from messy to marvelous in no time with ease. The ingenious slip-over design secures the hangers vertically. It snugly fits all types of hangers to save you space. Order now to get an 18-piece set of Space Triangles for just $9.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get Space Triangles at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 closet pack per order while supplies last. Once they're gone forever. Order now.
Call 1-800-587-3514. Call or visit spacetriangles.com. So call 1-800-587-3514 now.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
The new free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA, arrived during the holiday break, and there are a lot of changes. The new FAFSA, which will determine federal aid eligibility for the 2024-25 academic year, has reduced the number of questions for students from as many as 108 to as few as 18. The revamp, approved by Congress in 2019 and 2020, is a response to criticism that the previous process was too complicated and simplifies applications in 2 major ways. First, a tool connected with the IRS will allow all applicants to pull appropriate tax data from their parents' most recent tax filings with their parents' consent. Second, applicants can now skip questions that aren't relevant to them. Colleges will begin to receive applicant data in late January, setting a tight clock for institutions that typically send aid award letters in March.
They will be scrambling to get those turned around so that students and families have adequate amount of time so that they can consider all of their options and make their enrollment decision.
The way aid gets calculated has also changed. That's expected to boost the number of lower-income students eligible for federal Pell Grants, which do not need to be repaid. But the new calculations eliminate the so-called sibling discount, where students who had a sibling enrolled in college were eligible for more aid. Coming up, the White House says negotiations on border funding are moving in the right direction as both sides continue to work towards a deal that both sides can accept.
If you have an injury claim and are considering a settlement with the insurance company, make sure you're compensated for every element of damage you're entitled to. Don't be tempted to accept a quick holiday settlement. This holiday message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world. So much at stake at the start of every morning.
Making sense of it all, that's not always so easy.
And that's where we come in.
Good morning, America. We want you to know every morning
we're right here, and we got you.
George and Heidi use Verizon for their mobile service. Dan and Tina have Spectrum Mobile. Both couples have 2 lines and both get unlimited data and nationwide 5G. But there's a big difference. With Verizon, George and Heidi pay way more.
That's too much.
Way too much.
Plus taxes.
And fees.
With Spectrum, Dan and Tina get 1 unlimited mobile line for $29.99 and their second line free. All with no added taxes and no hidden fees. Start saving way more. Visit SpectrumMobile.com, a Spectrum store, or call 844-517-2999 today. Dan and Tina save big, over $1,500 in savings.
Really?
Spectrum Mobile has the fastest wireless speeds, and they get reliable coast-to-coast service with a connection they can count on. So George and Heidi, what do you think?
We're switching to Spectrum.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get 1 unlimited line for $29.99 and get your next line free for a year. Visit SpectrumMobile.com, a Spectrum store, or call 844-517-2999 today.
Did you know Ustria Health has 3 full-time board-certified orthopedic surgeons? Pain in your hands, knees, hips, or shoulders can reduce your quality of life. Orthopedic doctors repair bone, joint, ligament, and tendon injuries, which can relieve debilitating pain. Our surgeons treat tendonitis and carpal tunnel, repair broken bones and fractures, and replace painful, worn-out joints, putting you back in motion. Ustria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
Stacy Lee, her father's family homesteaded near Dayton more than 100 years ago. She moved to the Tri-Cities to start a career in broadcasting in the 90s and has called it home ever since. Stacy Lee, Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather. She's local.
Our local experience is the difference.
And on your side.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm on a cruise ship! There was an explosion!
I have your location.
Please!
Help is on the way.
For over 30 years, our lawyers and staff have sent holiday greetings and reminders to be careful on winter streets. This year is no exception. Season's greetings, everyone. Be safe and have a happy new year.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Today, House Speaker Mike Johnson, along with 60 other Republican lawmakers, are set to visit the border in Texas as the battle between Texas Governor Greg Abbott and the leaders of several major cities heats up. And Israel's war on Hamas is starting to spread beyond its borders, causing fears of a regional conflict and soaring oil prices.
And I've been tracking showers throughout the morning and even some dense, locally patchy fog in some areas. When's it going to dry out? I'll give you those details coming up here in my First Alert forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Stacy Lee. Hopefully you're having a good third day of 2024.
Yes, and hopefully you're staying dry because there are some wet conditions outside for a lot of us.
There are some wet conditions. We've been seeing quite a bit of rain. Get used to it. It is the trend, Riley. We're going to have lots of rain going forward with some daytime, some areas where we dry out for a little bit, but overall for the next week or so. Let's take a peek outside at our Skywatch radar. Check that out. Lots of rain. It's been raining pretty much all night and all morning so far today. We've even been seeing some snow showers along the up on the I-82 corridor there between Yakima and the Ellensburg area, Manistash Ridge, getting some flakes there. We are seeing that rain active through the area and even a few little light snow showers here in the Blue Mountains. So this active pattern for today is going to start drying up by midday. But get ready. Here's what's happening the next 3 days. Here's that system we're dealing with today in our region. There's that snow. There's the rain coming through our area. As the day goes on, we have another system and then yet another system out on the coast with one right behind that. So very active weather going forward for the next 3 days. Dust Devil Sky Cam 38 degrees, winds at 6. Your feels like temp is 33. Grab your umbrella, grab your coat. It's a little bit chilly out there. Plus, we're seeing some dense fog, especially between Pendleton and Walla Walla this morning. Drive safely out there. I'll get to your first alert full weather forecast here in just a few minutes. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. Turning now to the crisis on the southern border. Suburbs in the northern U.S. are fighting back. They're angry over Texas sending buses packed with migrants to their towns. And now 4 suburbs near Chicago are taking action. ABC's Ike Joji has the details.
Returning from his holiday trip in the Caribbean, reporters asked President Biden about the record number of migrants at the southern border. A White House official says negotiations on border funding are moving in the right direction as Republicans insist new aid for Ukraine be tied to increased U.S. border security. Today, House Speaker Mike Johnson, along with 60 other Republican lawmakers, are set to visit the border in Texas. The influx of migrants is now hitting American suburbs, far from the border. Hundreds of migrants were dropped off at bus and train stations outside New York City after Mayor Eric Adams issued an order requiring buses carrying migrants into New York give 32 hours notice. A similar situation in Chicago, where 4 suburbs passed an ordinance last night prohibiting the transport of large groups of people without an approved application.
Before we began busing illegal immigrants up to New York, it was just Texas and Arizona that bore the brunt of all of the chaos. Now the rest of America is understanding exactly what is going on.
Since 2022, Texas Governor Greg Abbott has bused more than 80,000 migrants from Texas to so-called sanctuary cities.
What Texas is doing is bonkers.
Mayor Adams' administration furious with Abbott, even comparing him to the Joker in The Dark Knight.
There's a line in it that some men can't be reasoned with or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn. Greg Abbott is that man.
Mayor Adams says he does not want to revoke New York's sanctuary city status, but does not want to be required to shelter the migrants.
Now here's some good news. Border authorities say the high level of migrant crossings has dropped off in recent days, allowing them to reopen 4 border crossings tomorrow. Israel's war on Hamas is starting to reach beyond its borders. That's prompting fear the conflict will become regional and global oil prices will rise. A U.S. official says Israel is behind the assassination of a Hamas deputy leader in Lebanon yesterday. His death has extremists in that country calling for revenge that could spread the conflict north of Israel, just as the situation is heating up to the south. Iran is stationing a naval vessel in the Red Sea after the U.S. sank 3 Houthi boats there. That group has Iran's backing, and it's threatening the vital trade route.
Confronting an entire carrier strike group from the United States is just, it has the potential for explosive activity.
And if oil tankers can't get through the Red Sea, it could increase the cost of oil and drive up prices at the pump. Israel did not immediately confirm or deny it was involved in the assassination of the Hamas deputy leader. Stacey Lee returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
And we're seeing wet conditions with some showers falling around the area, plus some dense fog, especially in the Pendleton and Walla Walla area this morning. All the details coming up in my first alert weather forecast.
Plus, characters from one of the most iconic cartoons of all time have now hit the public domain. We'll get into what all that means when we come back.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet. repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone, and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records, and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
With friends, there are no secrets.
You have a third nipple?
Joey was in a porno movie! If I'm going down, I'm taking everybody with me.
The best way to end your day. Friends, tonight at 11:05 on Apple Valley News Now.
Indulge in Legends Casino's seafood buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
Let's go! Don't miss the Harlem Globetrotters 2024 World Tour playing Toyota Center January 21st and Yakima Valley Sundome January 22nd. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com/WA for tickets.
At HAPO, we believe in the power of giving back. From volunteering to providing gifts for families in need, we're driven by our passion to make a difference. This winter, our HAPO team came together to make it a December to remember, spreading kindness, joy, and hope to families in need. The spirit of giving could be felt amongst all. As we step into 2024, count on us to stand by you, supporting organizations that impact our community the most. Happy holidays from your friends at HAPO.
Saturday, Week 18 of the NFL season begins on Apple Valley News Now. At 1:30, the Steelers battle the Ravens. Then at 5, it's the Texans and the Colts. It all starts at noon with a special edition of NFL Countdown, Saturday on Apple Valley News Now.
Next live, Tom Holland and Vanessa Williams. And Monday, healthy tips to start your new year as Strive for More in 24 kicks off.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back, everyone. Disney's copyright protection for an early version of Mickey Mouse expired on New Year's Day and is now in the public domain. Anyone can use the version of Mickey shown in Walt Disney's 1928 short film Steamboat Willie.
U.S. copyright law, which Congress last updated in 1998, allows a copyright to be held for 95 years. The copyright expiration could mean we will start seeing more of Mickey, but only that 1928 version of the famous mouse.
More modern versions will remain unaffected and are still protected by Disney's copyright. There are several differences between the Steamboat Willie Mickey and today's version.
The 1928 version lacks the current Mickey's gloves and oversized shoes. His eyes are small black ovals without pupils.
Interesting.
So,
95 years.
That's right. So think about that when you're copywriting your stuff.
Yes.
95 years, if it could last that long, right?
Yeah. I wonder how we'll see this incorporated into future media.
Right. We'll probably start seeing that. I'm thinking we will.
I think so too.
All right. Still to come, I'll have your first alert weather forecast, all the details. When's the rain gonna let up? I'll tell you more coming up.
The Tri-Cities could be in for a big tourism boom in 2024. We'll get into the numbers. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
It's our annual year-end inventory closeout sale at Mattress Depot USA.
This is your best opportunity of the year to save hundreds.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Hi.
Wow.
I can't live without you now.
Don't stop believing.
Will you marry me?
Yes!
Hold on to that feeling.
Yes,
Don't stop believing.
Okay, thanks for visiting. Bye, Alice.
I'm stuck.
Not
funny anymore.
Yes, it is.
Wait, guys, the Mesozoic times are boring and have 0 rad attractions. Triple play is fun. I want to stay here.
Of course you can stay.
Oh, fantastic. We won't regret this.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She's on the logo already.
Marketers are the worst.
Order in the court. Just tell the truth. Everybody's telling the truth. This is a weird case. What y'all want? You must be out your mind. You a gangster?
Guilty.
I've gotten over the flattery part. I'm here to do business. I am a judge. It sounds funny when I say it.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law.
Dog tag.
Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
All in the Family, Sunday night at 8 on MeTV for Yakima and the Tri-Cities.
Don't wait. Get Black Friday prices all month long now at Mattress Depot USA. Plus, get 0% financing for 5 years or pay just $39 down and get 100 days same as cash.
Mattress Depot USA.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Good Wednesday morning, and once again, Happy New Year. Riley and I agreed we can say Happy New Year for the rest of the week. Skywatch radar, we've been seeing active weather this morning, lots of showers through the region, even a little mixed precip and a little bit of snow here. We had some snow on the east slopes of the Cascades. I think between Yakima and Manistash Ridge area, some snowflakes there this morning. 38 degrees on our Dust Devil Sky Cam. Our feels like temp is 33. Our sunset, we're adding 2 minutes of daylight each day now. It's at 4:23 this afternoon. Here's what's going on as far as fog. Yep, low clouds and fog once again socked in Pendleton, between Pendleton and Walla Walla, those back roads. Make sure you're careful driving through that area. Tri-Cities good today. Reduced visibility in Yakima, Ellensburg, and Cle Elum. So a little bit of fog once again we're dealing with. Here's the big picture. As you can see, we have several systems brewing out in the Pacific. Here's the system we're dealing with today. That's going to gradually push its way on out of our area. This is what's coming our way tomorrow. However, check this out. A big band of snow all the way down from the northern Cascades down into Oregon and even into Northern California. Rain showers on the west side, more snow falling. Could even see some snow developing in the Idaho Panhandle and right there in the Spokane area. So be aware of that if you're going to be traveling. Let's take a look at our futurecast. There's the cloudy skies. We'll start to see those showers moving out of the area. Futurecast is not seeing exactly what's happening right now. A stray shower in Walla Walla, and we'll see a few more stray snow showers today. Things kind of clearing up overnight, but here comes a little bit more snow, the upper levels of the Cascades, and then the big band comes back in Thursday morning. Look at this. We're going to see quite a bit of snow across I-90, east slopes of the Cascades, right on down the Yakima Valley into the Tri-Cities Columbia Basin with some scattered stray showers coming through. It's going to be a little bit lighter on Thursday. Those are going to be hit or miss, but we are going to see those snow showers in the mountains. We clear out a little bit into Friday. Then that next big system punches through, and there's one behind that. Here's what it looks like today around the area through 9 o'clock anyway. Temperatures staying in the 30s. We'll see those showers continue. Showers continuing also in the Tri-Cities with temperatures getting closer to 40 degrees. Those daytime highs today will hit the 40s in the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities. Walla Walla, a little bit cooler, more rain, and again, we're seeing some fog in the region there this morning. Let's take a look at our temperatures around the area today. Nice and warm, like we said, just under 40 here in the foothills of the Blues. Will be just above the 40s in the Columbia Basin, low 40s in the Yakima-Kittitas Valley, 39 today in Ellensburg. For tonight, look for cloudy skies, patchy fog once again developing in those usual locations we've been seeing all week. Temperatures staying above freezing tonight in Tri-Cities, barely right there at the freezing level in Prosser, just above in Walla Walla and below in the Yakima area. Tri-Cities, here's that active weather pattern. Look at that. We're going to see a lot of rain coming our way. And I was really doing a little research because I'm really wanting to go skiing. And I see a bunch of snow coming this weekend and even more next week to the mountains. And we could see some mixed precip and even some flakes here in the lower elevations. Here's what Walla Walla and Hermiston look like. Very wet through the next few days. Look for the mixed precip. Possible snowflakes Monday, Tuesday in the lower elevations. So grab your umbrella and your coat this morning. There's more on the way. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. Millions of tourists come to the Tri-Cities every year, and 2023 was no exception. Visit Tri-Cities says there were more than 3 million trips made to the area. The direct economic impact from all of that tourism is expected to be near $600 million. Apple Valley News Now's Jill Sperling spoke with Visit Tri-Cities, and they're working on growing those numbers.
The Tri-Cities became a tourist destination for new visitors in 2023. According to Visit Tri-Cities, unique visitors were up 17% from 2022 for a total of 2.7 million.
So we've got a lot of new traffic coming here, new people coming to the area to see the place and check it out.
Total trips to the Tri-Cities came out to 3.3 million, a 2.3% increase over the year prior, and airport traffic also increased by about 10%. But people weren't staying quite as long.
We're trying to analyze that and figure out what that means. Are they just, are we got more people passing through? Or is it just, again, when you look at these percentages, they're very slight. It's like, it drops. Not a full day's worth, but a percentage of a day, but we're down just a little bit in visitor days and the length of stay.
Visit Tri-Cities CEO Kevin Lewis says visitors are mostly coming from the Pacific Northwest, and the biggest draws are the weather, landscapes, and annual events and tournaments. One of those tournaments, the WIAA State Cross Country Championships, has been held in the Tri-Cities for the last 34 years.
The interesting thing about that one, that cross country tournament, went to bid again this year, and so it was open. The rest of the state was after it. It's a great event, brings in a whole bunch of people and a lot of activity. But we won the bid again for the next 4 years.
Another big win for the Tri-Cities, securing the Ironman 70.3 for September 2024.
Ironman 70.3, Washington Tri-Cities will bring in about 2,500 athletes, and about 7,000 to 10,000 visitors will be with them. They'll spend probably $8 to $10 million in the area that week alone.
While 2023 didn't break any visitor records, Visit Tri-Cities is preparing for what's expected to be an impressive year in 2024.
We're always looking forward. I mean, our minds are out there. We're marketers and we're developing, new ideas that will enhance the community and make the lifestyle here better for those who live here and for those who visit. That makes a great community.
We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, medical breakthrough.
The fact that he's pretty much one and done is the most amazing thing.
Born with a heart defect, Owen Monroe underwent the groundbreaking procedure in 2022 at just 17 days old. In the first of its kind surgery, arteries and valves from a donated heart were integrated into Owen's heart. Surgeons hoping this partial transplant provides a one-time fix. And this morning, little Owen's parents and physicians speaking out exclusively to GMA.
And he was pretty much already out of options.
It was terrifying.
This seemed to be a very promising procedure, and I presented it to the family, Owen's parents,
and they just wanted what was going to be best for their child.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on this medical breakthrough and what it could mean for little heart patients everywhere. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
$579 breaths to show them your stuff. Every breath matters. Don't let RSV take your breath away. Protect yourself from RSV with Abrysvo, Pfizer's RSV vaccine. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory disease from RSV in people 60 years and older. RSV can be serious if you are 60 or older. Having asthma, COPD, diabetes, or heart disease puts you at even higher risk. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to Abrysvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo. Visit these retailers or find other retailers near you at abrysvo.com.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We're going to get to your first alert forecast with Stacy in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. If the suspected body of a missing person is found, authorities can compare dental records to see if there's a match. Now, state lawmakers are hoping to shorten the process of finding the right dentist and locating next of kin. Representative Gina Mossbrecher has pre-filed a bill that would give Washington State Patrol quicker access to an individual's dental records. It would allow for dental patients to sign a form that would allow their dentist to release their records if they were to go missing. One of the proposals pre-filed for the 2024 Washington legislative session would increase the penalties for smoking fentanyl or methamphetamines in public. Representative Sam Lowe of the 39th District of Washington is proposing new punishments for anyone who smokes fentanyl around other people. House Bill 2002 would make it a gross misdemeanor to smoke fentanyl around other people and a felony to smoke fentanyl around children younger than 13. Back in November, the city of Pasco adopted resolutions to change the cost of water rights in the city to provide enough water to future developments in the city. The increased water rights acquisition fee changed the cost from around $1,700 to more than $4,100 per acre foot. The city is asking developers to transfer the amount of water rights necessary for the development, and while the city wants the remaining water rights, the developers are not required to sell. The new CEO and president of the Greater Yakima Chamber of Commerce has big goals for the organization's future. In addition to decades of experience in the banking industry, Christy Foster has served on the boards of the Chamber, the Downtown Association of Yakima, and she's also served as Director of Leadership Yakima, along with various volunteer activities all throughout Yakima. But her big push will be for more collaborations with other nonprofits. A decision won't be made in Oregon on Donald Trump's candidacy until next week at the earliest. The state Supreme Court is asking Trump and the advocacy group challenging his place on the ballot to file additional legal briefs. The court wants to know whether the Secretary of State has the authority to determine if a candidate qualifies to be president. Oregon Secretary of State doesn't think she does. She says her authority only applies to the general election, not the GOP primary.
And let's take a look at our Skywatch radar. We've been tracking showers all morning this morning, some mixed precip in areas, and even some snow showers on the east slopes of the Cascades, that I-82 corridor between Yakima and Ellensburg. A few snowflakes today. We're also tracking some dense fog, especially in the Pendleton, Milton, Freewater, Walla Walla area. This area kind of socked in this morning, and we'll continue to see those showers. Those will start to improve as the day goes on, and then we'll get a little bit of break from the rain. Look at the fog coming back, though, tonight for the Yakima area. We have a little bit of break between systems tomorrow. Cloudy skies on Friday, and then we see rain showers with some potential rain mixed with snow next Monday, Tuesday into the Yakima area. Very active weather pattern moving into our area. Let's take a look at Tri-Cities. Overcast, cloudy skies today and tomorrow. those rain showers drying up about midday or early afternoon, and then we have a chance of active rain and mixed precipitation going into the first part of next week. Tracking some heavy-duty mountain snow. We could see over a foot of snow fall in the Cascades above 4,500 feet. And let's take a look at Walla Walla. Very active weather going on there as well with that mixed precip Sunday, Monday, so a little bit colder there with lots of wet rain coming our way. So again, drive safe in Walla Walla. Pendleton, it is a little bit foggy this morning. Riley.
Thank you, Stacy. Thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next. Your local news is back tonight at 5 o'clock. Have a fantastic Wednesday.